Hello, good evening. Welcome. My name is Obindako. I want to share with you today what I call, or what could be a question, which is: Are you tough enough? Are you tough enough? Are you tough enough to live the life that you want? Are you tough enough to pursue the dream that you have for yourself? Are you tough enough to go through the turbulence of life? Do you have the extra energy to keep pushing when everybody else gives up on you? Are you tough enough? If you have lived a little, you will know that if you want to achieve your dreams, if you want to achieve your goals, if you want to become successful at anything, you have got to be tough. You have got to be very tough. Not tough in terms of muscle, which is important anyway. Not tough in terms of running and stamina, things like that. But I'm talking of being tough mentally, being tough emotionally, being the one who is not the weakest point. Being the one who becomes conscious of what you have to endure to get to your vision. It's not just about the oppositions that you meet in getting to your goals, in getting to your dreams, and getting to your vision, but also even if there was no opposition at all, you will still have to take a certain mile, you will still have to do some running, you will still have to take some effort to get to the goals. So the energy is not just for the fighting of the enemy, or fighting of the opposing wings, fighting of the opposing opinions, fighting of their contrary philosophies and personalities and people who will directly come after you and against your dream, but also having the energy to also go forward after fighting with them, with the enemies, if you have enemies at all. The ideas that people are brought up with, the philosophies that people are brought up with, the cultural effect, usually it seems to me that people are waiting for somebody to discover them. They're looking for some famous somebody. They're looking for some rich man somewhere. They're waiting for the uncle in America. They're waiting for somebody to come and help them. And that never comes up. That hardly shows up. Because human beings are human beings. The one that you even help to get somewhere, when they get there, most of them will forget you. Until they have a problem that you will be the one to solve. Then they start to remember that maybe there was somebody somewhere who helped them. And so, are you the one who will be that robust, buoyant, to stay on course, to get to your dreams, to get to your vision, to get to live the life that you want, to live in your because the dream is your reality. The reality is not the difficulties that are around you now. Where you want to go, that is the reality. Most people in this world have not formed that mindset. Most people in this world have not developed that thinking, that way of looking at life. Very few people are aware that they have got to be very tough to realize their dreams. They have got to be very, strong, courageous to realize their vision. For most people, they think that the dream will just come because they have finished school, because they have a nice job, because they have a fat salary. That will be just the average. That will be just the average accomplishment that everybody knows. But if you are going to get to your dreams, you have got to be tough. Not that you are wicked, not that you are unkind, but you have got to believe that you will get to that dream. And no matter what comes between you and your dream, you are there. You are not the one waiting for somebody else to pour some oil on you. You are not the one waiting for somebody else to pray for you before you get to the dreams. You just have to resolve that in this life, if you are going to succeed at any dream that you set for yourself, you cannot be a weakling. You cannot be the one who just crumbles. You cannot be the one who just gives up on any little position. No, you should not be the one waiting for help. Most people in this life wait for help. They're waiting for somebody to help them. Some famous man, some rich man, some politician somewhere, so they are waiting for somebody to pray for them. They are waiting for somebody to pour some oil on them. They are waiting for some breakthrough somewhere. And that's why people, you start life 20, 30, you start life 15, and you're waiting for somebody to help you. And you have waited, you are now 40, you're still waiting. You're now 50, you're still waiting. No, shouldn't that send you a signal that those who achieve anything, those who achieve their dreams, were not waiting for somebody else to help them? As a matter of fact, if you're going to realize your dream, and you have got to have a dream anyway, because without a dream, without a goal, without an ambition, without a project that you have set for yourself, life is meaningless. Life is tiresome, if you don't have a dream, if you don't have anything that you set your life to do. Okay, so if you're going to achieve those dreams, you just have to resolve that I've got to be tough. You don't have to be the one giving up, no matter what is thrown at you. And you have to have that mind that even that big man somewhere, even if the president calls you, you should have that mind that if the president is calling me, there is something in me that the president needs. So I'll go there as a help that the president needs. I'm not going to meet the president as the one needing help. No. I have something. I have a gift. I have a skill. I have an expertise. I have wisdom. I have knowledge. I have an understanding. I have something that the man who is somewhere that everybody is trying to look up to for help. I am thinking that if that man calls me at all, it's because he needs something that I am the one to do. That's why he's calling me. I'm not going to him to look for help. No. So that's how you look at life. You look at life as the one who has the solution. You have the solution to the problems that people have. Okay, in that case, if somebody does not help you, you don't get tired. You keep going. So have that mentality that you are the one that people need. Have that mentality. And every one of us, you have something in your hand that people need. So don't move to go and meet some of these called big men, and you are the one, looking like somebody who is in so much need of help. No, you are the one that people are looking for to help them. So don't be tough. And being tough does not mean you're stubborn. It just means that you know what you have. And so when somebody comes up, or when people are rushing to meet the other man who has been given some position, no, you are telling him what you can solve for him. You are telling him the problems that you can solve for him. You show up and you are the one providing solution. You are not the one looking for help from that person. That's a weak mind. You are not tough enough. If you go to people and you are just looking for help, you go to people you are begging, you go to people you are crying for help, you go to people you go to people, you tell them what you have. This is what I bring on board, even if it's a little. This is what I have. If you go there, you're looking at the problems there to solve. That's what people want you. If you're the one that people have to help, they dodge you. Most people will dodge you. But if you're the one that you have solution, wherever you are, they will look for you. Okay? So you are the one with the expertise, with the wisdom, with the understanding, with the knowledge that people are looking for. Never go to people looking for help. No. Go. Even if you're sick, you're sick, yes, you have a disease, but you have some understanding of some situation that person who may even be providing that service may have. So in spite of whatever situation that you have, there is always something that you have. Never look at the bad situation. Don't use all your attention 100% when you're in the middle of any challenge, any problem. Don't focus on all the bad things. When you meet people, in spite of your problems, your challenges, carry the ones that you have. And that's what people are looking for. Okay, that's what people are. So see yourself as that person that people would love to be with. You are not the one that when you show up, people are running away because you come up with every day with problems. Today you need rent. Tomorrow you need clothes. The next day you need MTN transfer. The next day you need mobile phone. The next day you need school fees. The next day you need accommodation. The next day you need no. People don't want to be with such people because those people are not tough. Because they go with the mindset that they need help. They don't go with the mindset that they are the help that people need. So don't develop that thinking. Going around talking to people, asking for favor all the time without coming up with any solution, without being an answer to something that people are waiting for. So don't develop that mindset that you are going everywhere looking for help. No. If any great person, any rich man calls you, go there with the thinking that there's something great in you that they need. That's what they're calling you. Wow. So are you tough enough? That's what I'm talking of. Are you tough enough? Because between you and your vision, there'll be trouble. People will disagree with you. People will fight you. People will come against you. That's life. Sometimes situations will just be, I mean, you plan nothing and this thing just went bad. Never lose your vision. Never lose your composure. Never lose your strength just because something went bad. Because that's why people, why people give up in life is because of problems. People give up in life because of difficulties. They set something and then something just moves somewhere and shifts everything. And then they become like, why? I set a dream I wanted to reach here by this year, and this thing just destroy everything. I needed this finances to help my business, and then just around that the finance came, this other thing showed up. That's life. That's life. It happened to everybody who has become successful. The only thing is that they didn't see themselves as weak. They were robust. They were tough. You're not the one who you're going to cry every minute when there's a disagreement, when there's a challenge. No. You don't cry every minute and weep and go to sleep. No. You fight back. That's life. If you don't want to be successful, don't try anything. If you don't want anything beyond what the life you have now, then don't try anything. Because the moment you want to become successful at anything that you set for yourself, whether it's a business, whether it's a career, whether it's finance that you want to become something, whether it's a professional life, you want to become a politician, you want to build a house, you want to buy whatever that you want to do, there will be problems. People will disappoint you. The money will not be enough. Some natural forces will come from nowhere. And that is what the other people are taking advantage of. Because when you set a vision, there will be problems. So when you set a vision, if you don't have any vision, if you don't have any dream that you are working towards, there is no problem. Because you did it. The moment you set a vision, then you open the bucket, which is full of problems. Because between you and the dream, between you and the vision, things that you have to solve. And there's nothing working against you. It's just natural that things will just open against you. It's just as that. And so don't let the forces that come against you, a lot of people just turn everything into demon. But not everything is a demon. The moment you set a goal for yourself, you'll be tested. Your finances will be tested. Your relationship will be tested. Your strength will be tested. Your emotions, your capacity. How much are you able to handle? Will be tested. And so you are going to pass the test when you're tough. When you're tough, when you keep going. In this life, I seem to think that those who have strength to keep going are the ones who win. It's not, if you can be very intelligent, but if you just try a little and you give up, you will not win. Somebody can be average. Somebody can even not be wise. But they don't give up like that. They keep going. They keep fighting. They keep going. They keep fighting. They learn. They become better. They apply this. They don't work. Then they go again. And they keep going. And once you keep going and you don't give up, you're just getting to the goals. But most people don't think like that. They think that once they try 1, 2, 3 and it doesn't work, it means that it's not for them. They should go and try another one. Meanwhile, they have spent 1 year working on that one. It didn't work, then they change it. They go to another 1 year, then they change it. Within 10 years, they have changed about 10, 20 things. That's why you're not an expert at anything. Sometimes, some things will take a while for you to get results. So if you're not tough, you give up. And the toughness comes from the mind, comes from your emotions, comes from the quality of your knowledge, comes from the toughness comes from the quality of your understanding, the skill that you develop. That's how the toughness comes in. You know, so take the difficult decisions, and the difficult decisions are what? I'm going to get to this goal, no matter what. If it has to take me 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, I'm going to get at it. No matter who disagrees with me, no matter who sets up to destabilize the situation, I am going to stay until I get to this. I'm going to finish this. You know, and once you finish one project, once you finish a career, maybe you have thought to yourself, 2018, I will register a business. And every time that you want to register a business, something comes up and you know, and takes the money that you have set to register the business. Just be tough enough to say that no matter what, I want to register this business this year. So your goal, maybe you want to go back to school, whatever, or maybe you want to save a certain amount of money. Just say that I want to do this. And so no matter what comes up, I want to do it. And I would want to do it and do it well. And I'm not going to give up on it. Any dream that is not taking strength from you is not a dream. It's not a dream. Any goal that you have set that you can just do it is not a goal. The one that you look at it and people will tell you that this guy is stupid, this guy is mad. That's the one that you stay with. Because that's the one that will get the strength out of you. Being tough means that becoming strong within. Becoming strong within. You're not the one that just anybody just comes up to say anything and you just follow them. You're not tough. Anybody insults you and you are pained. Some people disagree with you and you're crying. No, you're not tough. People give up on you and you're crying. No. People dog you, they don't want to work with you again. It doesn't matter. You know, so far as you didn't do anything bad, why should you worry? They say that they don't want to become your friend again. It doesn't mean anything. Somebody else will come up. So the toughness is how you interpret situations in your favor. In your favor. So the first business didn't work and you are crying. You're okay, now you have debt. Before, you're just a nice guy. You had your car, you had your nice house. Without there was no, I mean, you never made any mistake. You're very clean. You're very perfect, you know, an expert. Then you decided to start this business. And the other guys cheated you. They ran away with your money. They didn't pay the money. Now there is a problem everywhere. If you're weak, you'll cry. And you curse yourself forever. I mean, for getting into this business. If you're strong, you say that, yes, I've created a mess. I'm going to correct this mess. And I'm going to get better after I've corrected this. And so people can just go. People can leave you. People can disagree with you. People can insult you. Into any personality. It doesn't mean anything. What is important is your resolve to say that I created this mess. I wanted to start this business. I want to become an entrepreneur. I want to own companies, and nothing can stop me from doing that. I'm going to get to this goal. If I have to collapse 10 businesses before I get to be successful, I'm going to do it. That's it. And then you decide to renew the mind. You decide to get more knowledge, more understanding, because the toughness is not just, you have said it, the toughness is also continuous upgrade of knowledge. The toughness is also making sure that the network that you have are people who are also tough-minded. You're not going to be tough if your closest friends are people who are talking down on your dream and on yourself and on your expertise. If your closest relationships don't believe in you, if the people you roll with every day don't see any good thing in you, you cannot be tough. So you change them. You change them. You change them to those people who are going somewhere, to those people who are ambitious, to those people who are trying to achieve something that you also want to achieve. That's another way to build the toughness. You know, so most people want comfort life. That's how life is. Most people just want to, finish school, become, something, get a fat salary, and drive to work, come back home, marry, have children. That's it, and they become very comfortable. Maybe you want to become a billionaire. You want to build businesses. You want to solve problems. There are things that are always going on in your mind. You cannot have the level of toughness as the other person who wants to just, follow the line. If you're ambitious to achieve something, you cannot be a weak person. If you want to achieve something with your life, you have to be tough. You have to be tough. Everybody is interpreting things this way, and you don't look at it that way. People are saying, why did you even do this? You should have done it this way, and that would have been very good. Now you see the mess you have created. Who has never created any mess? Those who have never created any mess are those who didn't want to do anything. They didn't have any target. If you had to start something from nowhere, with no skill, no expertise, nothing, yet just the desire that I want to become something, you create mess. And when you create the mess, you should not stop in the mess. You create a disagreement, the business may not work, there will be debt, there will be all kind of confusion around you. Why? Because you have never done it before. And almost everybody who has never done anything before, like business, you have never done any business before. You have no expertise, nobody has trained you, nothing has happened to you. It's most likely that when you start that business, you'll create a mess. There'll be mess, there'll be trouble. Sometimes it may not be debt, sometimes just that you have created enemy because of the business that you started. There's pressure in the house because of the business that you started. Whenever you have aim, whenever you have vision, whenever you have something that you want to reach, there will be some kind of mess. People will not be comfortable with you. Maybe there is no money somewhere. Maybe you have to go to some other area to go and talk to somebody. There's always some inconvenience. If you have to get up in the morning to go, because you have set a vision, the other person without any vision will just want to sleep. But you want to get up early in the morning 4 and go. You cannot be a weak person and get up 4 every day to go and chase your dream. You would have to be tough, because sometimes you don't want to go anywhere. Sometimes you just want to sleep. So if you're not tough, you can't get to your goals. You cannot get to your dreams. You just have to be. You just have to be. And you cannot talk yourself down. That's why most people don't want to achieve anything. That's why most people don't want to build any business. That's why most people don't want to build any organization. That's why most people they don't have any dream. That takes a lot of strength from them. Because if you have for instance, if you decide that, okay, by the time I'm 40 years, by the time I'm 50 years, I want to own a business that is at least 20 million Ghana cedis or 50 million Ghana cedis. And maybe you make that decision when you are 25 or when you are 30. That business making 50 million or 100 million Ghana cedis, it's not just going to come like that. There will be a lot of opposition. There will be a lot of troubles. There will be a lot of disagreements. There will be a lot of confusion. What do you have to do? Just have to be tough. Resolve that this is what I want to achieve at this time of my life. And you would want to do them with honesty. You want to do them with integrity. You would want to do them with some level of credibility. And once you want to do that, it means that you are going to go the clean way. And if you're going to go the clean way, and you're not the one going to steal the contract and meet all these politicians, things like that, if you're not that kind of person, it means that you have got to be very much tough, because people will talk you out of your dream. And the money will also try to talk you out of your dream. There'll be a lot. Sometimes you don't have anything to eat. That's life. When you get to that situation, would you just say that, why am I even worrying myself like that? Or you just say, yes, it's part of the game. I get up again, I go. I get up again and I go. I get up again and I go. That's why people become successful hugely. Because they decided to be crazy. They decided to be tough. They decided to be destructive. They decided just just to stay with the vision. So if you don't have any vision, then there's no need for you to be tough. Just stay with what you have. But if you want to do something significant with your life, whatever that you are set to do, you cannot be a weak person to achieve your goals. Never. You can't be. You can't be. Because if it were easy, everybody would be. If achieving your goals were easy, everybody will be successful. And you know, and I know, that most people are just living the social script, the one that is defined for everybody. Very few people go beyond the one that is not defined. Very few people take risk in this life. Very few take risk that will make them financially free, that will make them build a business, that will make them change the course of destiny, the course of history for a lot of people. Very few people dare to do that. Why? Because most people are weak. They're weak within. Emotionally weak, mentally weak, philosophically weak. So when they try something and it doesn't work, they go back. They don't want trouble at all. You have to have trouble. Go for them. Because they are the ones that will get you the victories. You know, they are the ones that will get you to your vision. This is how it is in this life. So are you tough enough? Are you tough enough to get to your goals? Are you tough enough to stay when everything is not working? Are you tough enough to go when you have gone the 100 mile and you got there, you didn't get the vision? Are you able to go to the next 100 mile and you didn't get to see it? And are you able to go to the next one again and you didn't get to, you know, are you able? Are you tough enough? They told you that they will give you this business. You went there, they said no. Are you tough enough to go to another person and they will say no? Then you go to the next person and they will say no. And you go to the next person and they will say no. Are you that strong? Can you keep going and not give up on yourself and not give up on your dream? Are you tough enough to keep going when everybody says stop? What else do you want? Remember, baby. That's one of the funniest statements. That's why we have a lot to do. Why? Because they came to do, they didn't do all. So we have got to start what they didn't do. We keep starting from there. It's not a good philosophy from a certain point. You have to do something as a man. You have to do something as a woman, as a human being. And if you want to achieve anything, there will be problems. So are you ready for it? Are you ready for it? You needed 2,000 to start that business. You will talk to your mother. She said no. You talk to your uncle. She said no. You talk to your girlfriend. She said no. You talk to your wife. She said no. Your friend, no. You have talked to 10 people. All of them said no. Are you that kind of person to say that Obama behavior, so you give up on your dream? No, it doesn't matter. They said no. So what do I do again? They said no, but there's always somebody who say yes. I've just not found that person. So I've got to keep going till I find that person, till I find that money for the business, till I find that person who will give me that project. I cannot fold. I cannot give up. They failed me 10 times the exam. It doesn't matter. I'll write again. So far as I am not dead, so far as I've not been buried, and it's the dream that I have in my heart, I have to go for it. So are you tough enough? You can only keep going when everything is saying no. When you are tough. When you can interpret situations for your favor. But if you are the one that they say no and you go back and you cry. You cry and say, they don't like me. Yeah, we all started together and now they have all given up on me. They have all become successful. I'm still saying that I want to build a business. They have all married. I have not married. I have nothing. I've stayed with this thing for 5 years. It's not working. Oh God, what? No. You're a whole different person from when you started. If you're tough, you keep going. Because it's your dream. It's your dream. You can never go. But most people don't have that much dream that you have. That's why they are relaxed. But you have a big goal. You want to do something with your life. The moment you set a big goal, You have to have a big goal, not only to get that business, but a big goal to be resilient, a big goal to be tough, a big goal to keep going and never take the no for an answer, no matter what anybody says. You may have to change the formula, you may have to change the methodology, but you cannot give up on your dream. You've got to be tough. Tough means that you're not stubborn, you're not crazy, but you know that the dream can be realized. The dream can be realized. So are you tough enough to live the life that you want? The business that you want to build? The organization that you want to start? The growth that you want to see? The finances that you want to have? The financial freedom that you want to have? You know? So it's not just about the goal, there is also finances. Without financial freedom, you're a slave forever, all your life. If you have to live from your pay to pay, all your life you're in desperation. You know, so are you strong enough to have a strategy and work towards it? Are you strong enough to build a business? Are you strong enough to build a goal? Are you strong enough to set something? Because all of us every one of us would want to live in our freedom, in our dream. And the freedom is in the dream. The freedom is in that which you are passionate to build. That's the only thing that the freedom is in. That which you are gifted to do. When you are there, you know that I was meant to be here. That's the only place that the freedom is. That's the freedom. You live in your dream. And the money, same. So are you tough to do all that you have to do to get that million, that 2 million, that 3 million, that 4 million, that 20 million that you want to have, or that business that you want to build? Maybe you want to build 20 businesses, 50 businesses, all of them making maybe 3-5 million or 20 million every month. What is the vision that you have? I think that most people because most people don't have serious vision, big heart, that's why they give up that quickly. Because they are not strong from within. And one of the things that make people weak and not strong is the fact that they practice what I would call they practice opinions. They practice relativism. Everything goes with them. They never have a conviction. They never get stuck with something to say that this is what I believe in. This is what I want to stand for. They agree with everybody. If you agree with everybody, you are not strong. If you feed your mind with hallucination, with just movie and those things, romance, those kind of things, you'll be weak. You will not be strong. You will not be strong. If you're just watching football and listening to radio and politics and those things, you'll be weak. Sometimes, even some preachers into weakness. Why? If you have to go to them always to hear a revelation, you've been taught into weakness. If you have to go to them every day, you have listened to them for 20 years, but you have no revelation on your own. You have no mind on your own. You have no philosophy. You have not been able to build anything by yourself. You've been taught into weakness. You've been taught into submission. So you look up to them like God. So you are always waiting for them to tell you something. No, the greatest of teachers give you the tools so that you can build your own philosophy. You can build your own strength. You can build your own life. You don't need them every day to be strong. And so if they have taught you to look up to them, they have taught you into weakness. So you never dare anything great. And most of the people who teach people how to be great have no fruit of the people that they have taught to be great, who are even greater than them. Why? Because they taught them to come to them every day. They didn't give them the tools. Because the best tools are the tools that you look from within so that you can build your life with. The greatness of your life. If that man was a 50 million business owner and he taught you and you heard him, you will take those tools and go and build 100 million or a billion business. Then that was a great teacher. But this teacher is teaching you every day and you are nowhere close to his worth. That's a bad teacher. And most of them are like that. You know, they teach you into submission. They teach you into weakness. They teach you into being paranoid. You become afraid of your future. Because some people are even taught to be hopeful, but they are not tools. There's one thing to be hopeful of your future, and there's another thing having a strategy, a plan to work towards that future and believe that you have what it takes to realize that future. And so it's not just the radio stations, it's not just the movies that have put weakness in people. Sometimes the philosophies of the religion that we've been introduced to have also taught us into weakness. And largely, if you're an African, you've also been taught to be weak. So most Africans are just looking for house and car. That's all. House and a car. No, your life is bigger than house and a car. Dream, and the strength comes from within. The strength comes from within. The teachers, the greatest of teachers, will give you the tools. And the tools, you will not find them outside. They come from within. The strength is your talent. The strength is your gift. That which you're able to identify, say, this is what I can work with. And you're able to go after your dream. And you are ready not to give up, not to quit. You can't win the war when you quit. You can't get the solution when you are doing palpitation, or what is it? I remember when we were in school, there's the chemistry lab. Those things. And in the middle of it, you're mixing the chemical. In the middle of it, you give up. No, you won't get to you won't get your end point. I remember something like that, So you cannot quit between. No. Get to the solution. Get to the end. And that is the philosophy that you develop. And that is a sign of strength. So you cannot give up on yourself. Never. And set great vision. Because we need visionary people. We need visionaries in this part of the world. We need people who can see crazy things. Things beyond what we see. Things beyond just looking for a car and a house. Things beyond just looking for a salary to get it. Things beyond just wearing a nice shoe and showing them to your girlfriends. Things beyond just wearing weave-on and suit and tie. No, we are looking for people who can build great things. And they will not come if you walk with those who are just satisfied with a little. So do you have the strength? Do you have what it takes? Are you tough enough? Because majority of the people, because they are not tough, will not be comfortable with you when you want to be. When you set anything, they will fight you. Whenever you set anything for yourself, they will fight you. Why? Because they cannot see themselves doing that. They will ridicule you. They will talk you down. They will tell you all kind of things. You have to be tough, 20 times tougher than them, so that you will not hear what they tell you. And one of the things that you have to be tough is that when you are beginning, it doesn't look nice. It looks tattered. It looks painful. It looks weird. It looks weird. It looks bad. Nobody wants to associate with something that you just started. Are you tough enough to keep organizing it, keep growing it, keep formalizing it until where you see it and you're proud of it? So if you're not tough, you will not get to your dream. If you're not tough, you will never be financially free. If you're not tough, you cannot build a business. If you are not tough, you cannot build anything significant. If you're just an average person, a weak person, most people are just average anything. That's why they tell you that, are you the only person, are you the only one alive? Why do you want to do everything? Because they don't have the vision that you want to have, or the vision that you have set for yourself. And if they cannot see that vision, what do you want to get the inspiration from them? You just have to rekindle the inspiration yourself, or get into a circle that has that kind of inspiration. So if you set great vision for yourself, especially if you want to build a business, you have got to be tough. Very tough. To look at the business that you just started and see that, listen, this thing can become significant. This thing can become a great business. I'm giving myself 3, 4, 5, 6, 10 years. And no matter what happens, even if it collapses, I'll build another one. And if that one doesn't work, I'll build another one. And if that one does not work, I'll build another one. My vision is to own a business. My vision is to do this. My vision is to discover that drug. So if I test that one, it doesn't work, it doesn't matter. If I test that one, it doesn't work, it doesn't matter. I'm going to keep going. If my finances get finished, I'm going to talk to another person. I'm going to talk to one person. You just have to go. And don't come home and cry and give up on yourself and say, why did I do this? Even if that thought comes up, yes, But don't let that thought eat you up. Sometimes you go, and you didn't get any positive response. And everybody else was against it. Come home, rest. Buy some orange, buy some water, drink, sleep, play some music, get a book, rest. Tomorrow morning, go and fight again. That's how you get to be great. That's how you get to build anything. It's not just going to boom out of nowhere. No, you've got to be tough to carry the dream and make sure the dream is realized. So the family, the business, the dream, the finances, you cannot just be a weak person and get them. No, you can't be. You've got to be tough. I met somebody who is around 65 years or so, and I saw him in the bank. He wanted to buy fixed deposit or something like that, and they were trying to tell him maybe the whole year is about 18% or something like that, and the man was calculating, and the whole year he was getting about maybe 4,000. So this man did not even know, does not know how to take 60,000, multiply it to get more than 40 or 60,000. Why? Because he didn't try anything. He lived the perfect life. Now he's 65 years. He has some money, maybe his pension money, and he wants to just go and lock it somewhere and get 4,000. Because he was not tough enough to try something. So when you try something, you are just about 2, 3, 4% of the world's population. And if you don't give up, I've never seen anybody who didn't give up on a dream, who didn't have that dream realized. Never. So when I see somebody who is set target, who's doing something, I don't really care whether they are succeeding or they are, especially when they are young, whether they are succeeding or when they are failing. I don't care. What is important is that they have started something with their lives, and if they keep going, nobody can tell them where they will be. Nobody. The problem is that most people don't have the strength to have a vision and to start it because they are not tough. They are not tough. And it's because most people don't want much out of life anyway. They just want a little for themselves. And the moment you want a little for yourself, you don't need a lot of strength. That's why you're not tough. That's why you're not tough. Once you want more than what you want for yourself, you start to extract that strength from within. And so don't surround yourself with people who just want a little in life. Surround yourself with people who want to achieve a lot in this life. And life is more fulfilling when you want to achieve a lot, far more beyond what you just want for yourself. And the more you work with people who don't have any vision, the more you become dry, the more you become weak. It's better to be alone than to work with a man without any vision. It's far better to be alone than to work with that man who is pessimistic, who is negative, who is not going anywhere, who is afraid, who is weak within. He's weak mentally, he's weak emotionally, he doesn't want to try anything. He makes one challenge, he crumbles, he comes back to the house, he wants to die. No, just fight back. They beat you down, get up, fight back. They beat you down, get up, fight back. That's life. It gets to a point you see that you have developed the muscle to hit them. And sometimes just one hit will get the enemy down, because now you have become strong. So don't think that some famous personality or some rich person somewhere would have to call you so that you become successful or so that your breakthrough will come. No. If you go to any of these guys, so-called rich and famous and successful people in society, don't go there looking for help. Go there with the mentality that you are the one to help them. You are the one, you have something that they need. So it could be anything. It could be the way you talk. It could be the way what you know, what you understand about something. Maybe they can even send you somewhere, and you are the only person that they can send. That's a help. You come as a help to them. You come as a solution to them. Don't sit somewhere and be waiting for your friend who is some position somewhere so that he will look through his phone and call you and say, "Charlie, come to the office. I have something for you." Don't live your life waiting for that kind of help. Never. Push yourself. Help yourself. Don't wait for anybody to help you. It's a misery of life for you to live all your life, wait for somebody to come and help you. No, you should be the one helping people. So have that mentality that I'm the one that people need help from. So if I go to anybody, I go there knowing that I have what it takes to be of an influence over that person. It doesn't matter who they are. So far as they are human being, I know something. I may just say one word and it will solve something that they've been thinking about. The problem that they may have. I may just have a skill that I can solve something in their house or in their office or in their work. So when I go to people, I'm not going to be the one who is pestering people. I'm going to be the one who gives solution to people. If you have that kind of mindset, you're tough. You're not a weak person. Because you know that you are the help that people need. If you're looking for help every day, you are weak. And so you go and sleep and you say that somebody will send you money. Why are you not the one sending people money? Why are you not the one helping people? Why should people be helping you all the time? Because you think that you don't have what it takes. And every one of us has something that somebody needs. And so build your life on that which people need. So build your life what people need, not what you think people should help you with. And that's how you become strong. That's how you become strong. And that's why you get to play with the strong. Because they know. Because nobody wants to carry anybody around all the time. No. So don't go looking for help from people. It's a weakness. You should be the help that people are looking for. So you are the one with the expertise. See yourself that way. You have some wisdom that people need. You have some knowledge that people need. You have some understanding that people are looking for. So no matter who you get to, show that skill that you have. Show that expertise that you have. See yourself as that person that people will love to be with. Not as a burden. And that's a sign that you are tough enough. You have built something. You are confident in yourself. Don't develop that mindset that you are going everywhere looking for help from people. No. You are the one crying and they didn't help me. I helped them. They didn't help me. They let me down. You have also let people down. What's the problem? Go and help people. Be strong. Build on your strength. Launch out your goal. Launch out your mission. Launch out your business. Knowing that you have what it takes. And you have what people are looking for. And that's what makes you strong. You come with something special. All of us come with something special. I have something special. You have something special. I don't look at the one which is dropping me. I don't look at the one which is negative. I go to build. I go with my strength. I build with my strength. And be that one who is tough. Be that one who is tough. And toughness comes from the mind. Comes from your philosophy. Comes from your ideologies. Comes from the way you look at life. Comes from that. So if you have trained yourself to look at life from a weak point of view, you'll be weak. If you interpret the issues of life as against yourself, as somebody wants to kill you, somebody you need help from everybody all the time, you'll be a weak person. If you see yourself as poor and sick and dejected and alone, you'll be a weak person. If you see yourself as not wise, as not endowed, as you have nothing, you will be weak. If you didn't go to school, don't see yourself as ignorant. See yourself as educated, because education does not only happen in school. So if you build business, 3 of them, 4 of them, and they all failed, don't see yourself as somebody who built business that failed. See yourself as somebody who built business, who was on a journey to build a business, and that business has not worked yet. And so you're perfecting it. So if you have any bad situation, you can still look at that bad situation from a different point of view, and that's why you become strong. That's why you become tough. So don't let people talk you into weakness, talk you into submission, so that you can. No, don't let people talk you into you being what is it? You become so weak and hopeless. Don't let anybody talk you into hopelessness. Talk yourself into hope. Talk yourself into your dream. It's not that you're cocky. No, you're not cocky. You're resilient. You're tough. You're strong. Because if you don't have that, you cannot succeed. The life to achieving is not for the weak. The life of the entrepreneur is not for the weak. You have to have some crazy ideas about yourself, about your vision, about your strength, or you will not get there. Because the problems will be so many, you will cry, you will give up. Never cry, never give up. Life is full of troubles. But the troubles get to those who are weak. Those who are strong live above the troubles. It's not that they don't have the troubles. They have the troubles, but they don't let the troubles decide their path, their choices. No. Their moves, their strength. No. They use the troubles to fight, to get to their goals. So never be a weak person. Never. Even if you're weak at one moment, the next moment drink some water. Get some books, get some new ideas, develop yourself. Because strength is from knowledge. Strength is from wisdom. Strength is from understanding. So if you're weak because you have weak knowledge, you have weak understanding, you have weak wisdom, you have weak philosophy of life. If you change that philosophy, you become strong. You become tough. You don't give up that quickly. You fight. So never train yourself to be weak. Never compromise yourself to be weak. Don't feed your mind with the things that make you weak. You watch that movie, you see the woman crying, and you also crying. That movie will make you weak. Watch that movie that you get inspiration to get back at your dream and fight. You go to church, they are preaching to you, you come back, you are crying. No. Change that church. Go to the church that talks you into strength, that you can do all things. Give you that strategy. Believe in you. Build yourself. You are as human as any other person. So be tough. So thank you very much for watching. My name is Obindako. Just be tough. Be tough. If you're going to be successful at your dreams, at anything that you do, you have got to decide to be tough. And never equivocate. Never compare yourself with another person. If any person is doing something that you're inspired with, let what they're doing inspire you. But don't compare yourself with somebody and feel weak. Oh, he's my classmate. Now he has this, I have nothing. Hey, you're weak-minded. No, he's a classmate. He's a whole individual. You're a whole individual. You have different view, different agenda, different dream. And they also have different dream. Don't compare yourself with anybody to make weak. And don't look at your mistakes to let your mistakes make you weak. Most people also look at their mistakes, and they look at their mistakes, and they look at the time, the money that they have lost, the pain, the disappointment that they have had, and they make them weak. No. Look at the pain, look at the disappointment, look at the losses, look at all the foolishness that you went through, and extract the strength from it for the future. Okay, so it's a choice. And if you're tough, you're the one gleaning for your strength. If you're weak, you look at the situation and you become hopeless. You want to kill yourself. Never kill yourself for any mistake, any disappointment. No, because the sun shall rise again tomorrow. So never be tough. It's a philosophy of life. Never be weak like that. Build yourself to be crazy. Build yourself to be tough. Surround yourself with people who are tough. Read books that will make you tough. And keep trying. And if you don't give up, you will succeed. That is 100%. That is the law of life. Those who don't give up on their dreams will succeed. Just like that. If they don't succeed at A, they will succeed at B. If they don't succeed at B, they will succeed at C. If they don't succeed at C, they will succeed at D. It will get to Z. And if you don't succeed at Z, you come back to A again. You will succeed if you don't give up. Never look at anybody who keeps going and think that person will never see success. And never describe yourself that way. Just be tough. So be strong for your vision. Just get enough tough and go for it. And you never know the amount of success that you enjoy. Thank you very much. Have a good night.